One get the connector. There's not a counter peek from Dennis. I thought surely he would
Oh
try
my
and do
God,
so.
this guy.
Just absolutely tears them apart.
Hello and welcome everybody here to CEVO GFINITY. CEVO GFINITY Season 9, that's the one. Pro League here in Europe. We've got SK Gaming versus Epsilon Gaming today as we move on into, is this the round of, it's got to be the round of 8, I do believe. I'm Helium, with me is Launders, and observing today, we've got CEVO Kevin S. Who will not,
he's like
who
the
will
North
not
American
speak.
Kenny S.
I thought that was Kusta.
Oh yeah, Kenny Suin. Kenneth Suin.
Oh, why is that so loud? Yeah, so we've got the maps. We've got Overpass first. This is the pick of Epsilon here. Cobble's coming up second, and the third pick will be Mirage. But you got to imagine a team the caliber of SK should be poised to take this 2-0. And I do know Mirage is a decent map for both teams, so it could get interesting if it goes the full distance. And Epsilon are no scrubs, just somewhat unproven, I suppose.
How has Freddie B ever been 2-0'd?
Has Freddie B ever been 2-0'd? I don't know. Freddie B's pretty good. He is kind of a monster. Oh, I was like, why have we not gone yet, Kevin? But I see that your readying up the game command is not working. So it looks like we'll be live in just a little bit, guys, as the players you can see are ready to go.
I get that same console error or issue. I have to leave the server and then open console. I don't know why.
That's weird.
It's weird.
That's weird. All right,
I
well.
remember Disco Doppelin.
Yeah, Disco Doplin's a pretty capable player. Take a look at the brackets real quick. Oh, these do have the score, so that's perfect for us, actually, because you wanted to see if Freddie B had been 2-0'd yet, so let's go back to Epsilon. No, in fact, Epsilon 2-0'd. They've been on the giving end of a 2-0 against Torpedo, who are also, you know, they're not a Tier 1 team, but they're not, again, they're no scrubs.
No, Torpedo are really good. And also, they 2-0'd DD. I mean, it was close, but that's the team that SK 2-0'd yesterday, so in logic tells me that this is going to be a nice
Dignitas
1-1-1. Oh, it's Dignitas. Oh,
yeah. SK played VWS.
True, you right.
Who also proved to be somewhat decent, at least on their Mirage performance.
Yeah.
And then Dignitas, I mean, it wasn't the most convincing of 2-0s against DD. There were a couple moments where, like, Dignitas, why are you losing to DD?
They started off both maps like 0-5.
Yeah, they got off to rough starts, and they struggled consistently on their anti-eco rounds. Dignitas, they were losing quite a few. It was weird. It was making their CT sides difficult.
Oh my goodness.
What, can you not ever do that again? All right, I'm muting Kevin. Oh, I guess I can see why. You know, you could have just asked nicely instead of blowing up everybody's ears. But I know logic escapes you sometimes.
Forgive Kevin, he's young.
Yeah. But yeah, brackets are up, so you can see that Epsilon SK Gaming, winner of this, will go on to face Flipside, who has just breezed through. They took down Cadian Squad, Team Preparation, and then they crushed Alu and Standa 2-0 as well. So Flipside, actually a team I feel like I haven't really been talking about enough when we look at this bracket. I mean, I think it's pretty clear to say that you've got Dignitas, Hellraisers, SK, and Flipside as the clear favorites to move on, and probably will be the 4 teams in the round of 4. Would you agree?
100%, I agree.
Nice.
Not much upset potential there.
Yeah, not really.
No.
I'm going to put up some roster stats. We should have stats. I don't know why we wouldn't for these teams, because SK did play yesterday. All right, there we go.
But would you...
Go for it. What's the question?
I just wanted to know what you ate for breakfast today.
Same thing. I had
rice, beans.
No, that was dinner. I had Cheerios, a banana, protein powder, and I was out of milk, so I borrowed a cup of almond milk from my brother, unsweetened
Almond milk is really good.
It's unsweetened. It's a
You know
little
what?
tough to just drink straight up, but it's a really good source of healthy fats, as are all nuts.
Healthy fats. Do they have almond milk? Doesn't actually have protein in it, right? Your almond milk doesn't have protein in it.
It should. Nuts have protein. They're not like
Yeah, they
super
do, but
high.
it should. But I've never seen almond milk that has any protein in it.
Are you crazy?
Are you out of your mind?
Let's see. Almond milk. Yeah, you're right. Actually, just 1 gram of protein.
How's that? It's an almond.
I don't know. Let me look up almond nutritional information since we like to.
Well, I could tell you almonds have at least 8 grams of protein per handful.
Yeah, you're
something
not
like
wrong.
that.
A cup of almonds is 20 grams of protein. We're back in the game. Sweet. Anyway, Counter-Strike starting. Back to almonds. Lots of fiber as well, which is good. You know, it's nice to have healthy poops.
Yep. Each part of your day.
It is. Huge part of your year.
Yeah, just add that up. Add a bullet time on the toe.
Well, into the pistol round, we've got SK consisting of Pimp, Freeze, Madi, Epsilon, and Magic's Boy. They'll be on the CT side, and we've got Epsilon, the Swedes. SK, I should note, are the Danes. We've got Freddy B, Rez, Disco, Doppelin, Makin, and Draken. I love it. I don't know if that's how you say their names, but I like to rhyme them. It's fun. Magic's Boy, 2 headshots just like that. As Kevin didn't miss those kills, I did. We're locked on to him now, though. But that's Rez and Draken already out of the round. SK Gaming with a 5-on-3.
Yeah. No, they've tried to just push SK back in the site off of bathrooms, but they've lost 2 members in the process. So a little bit of damage on Freeze. They might not even realize what site he's at. And from here, I mean, they just have to wait for SK to make a mistake, which SK are clearly not about to make a mistake.
Yeah, they're playing super passive. They got those kills. They know they can just sit back on these sites, bide their time, and make Epsilon push forward. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Pimp playing here by the sign. Doppelin was... Actually, both of them were a little slow to react. Pimp does go down, but Freeze immediately there with the response. Man at barrels is Madi's been sitting there all round. Freddy B! Oh, Freddy B.
The warm-up warrior.
Yeah, he wasn't ready yet. Just give him a rifle. We've got Makin last one up, dealing with all of SK as they all rotate down to the B site.
Freddy was so good at warm-up. What was that?
It was
I mean,
it was
to
a
be
Glock.
fair, it was Madi and, I mean, okay. I think the Glock is even less of an excuse. He's closer. He was close.
Yeah.
And Madi whiffed for like good 10, 15 seconds too. I mean, yeah, Freddy had a chance there. They could open up the site. I like that. I mean, they tried to put some pressure on A with 1 player and try to cause a rotate, which I think they did, but that was rough.
It certainly was. Freddy B going to try it again, except this time he'll have a Tech 9. Long range will spot Madi. He takes 1 shot himself and backs off a little bit. Pimp is actually in danger. He's the closer one, and he could go down at 1 shot. All 3 players have now shown themselves over in B. So Epsilon, Freddy B, has actually gathered a lot of information for them, and he'll try to manipulate this smoke, give himself a bit of a one-way, try to find a kill onto Pimp, but it's Pimp with the FAMAS that does the killing blow. Now Freeze over at A. Jump spotting here behind the truck. Now we'll see Rez up on the flowers. Doesn't know that Doplin's so close. Has a chance for a Huendig. Actually, a couple chances. Magic's Boy will best him, though, behind the truck on the site. Draken showing himself. I love his P250, by the way. The whiteout with the stickers on it. Like,
Drakens.
that's pretty fresh.
Mm-hmm. That is fresh.
It would have been better if it was a factory new whiteout, but I love, like, it's white,
are
so
very
any sticker
expensive.
you put on it is going to be pretty sick.
And running right into the SMGs of SK. Madi looking to get a little bit of revenge here. Finds 1 frag, and now there's 2 players on the site. Will Draken actually be able to get the bomb down? He's got player that is Rez covering for him, and he does plant. That's really nice for Epsilon, who, after losing the pistol, try to make something happen. I mean, keep getting the bomb down with 4 alive. It's really good for them. They made their way into B twice now. I wonder if they try to exploit it a 3rd time. Draken has been clearly saving for what looks like an op if his teammates do want to hang out this round. Ironically, I think they could have got that plant without armor, but
Exactly.
hindsight is 2020.
Oh, getting aggressive here is Freeze going into party. He's only got an A1S. 3 people approaching, and there's a flash from a teammate to try to keep him alive. Freeze able to get to the bathroom just in time. It's never fun to have to rush to the bathroom.
Yeah.
As Magix will bring down Disco Domplin. That was one of the aggressors there at middle. Draken again with his cool-looking P250 has made his way up long and almost finds a kill for free on Pimp. Dinks up. Who was that got dinked? That was Freeze. He was like, what? Not even being aimed at, just catching a stray bullet there.
Madi once again late round having to deal with the cleanup at B. And he gets 2 kills on short. He's looking for another one. Freddy B really close on this angle. Can't find the kill or do any damage at that. Freddy off point right now.
We talked him up too much.
I think so. I mean, I was so watching him in warm-up was enthralling. He was just I would have picked him up just off of watching him shoot heads in warm-up, but
you would have put him on your daily fantasy esports team.
Yeah. I was thinking just put him on my roster, but
move him over to Canada. Oh, Magix got run into, and his smoke didn't take the trajectory that it needed and is useless. So a little bit of utility wasted, but Draken seeing some of that smoke should keep him curious enough and at bay for a while. And Pimp's moved into the stairs. A man watching his back is Magix, so SK Gaming really do like the aggressive sort of mid-defense here on Overpass, like always pushing out.
Yeah, it's kind of up to Epsilon here to find out where, and like considering how slow they're taking it, this should be a good counter to SK's setup, except for, oh, they were just totally unaware of stairs. Rez cleared the bottom stairs, and oh, actually gets both kills. Pimp goes down, no trade, and that means that they have all of this connector presence. They'll be able to fast rotate. Epsilon no longer has a safe space at short. He has to move back into the site, and now it's 4v3. We've even still got Freddy B making sure that no one can push long, and so this default is looking very strong at this moment.
Yeah, and it looks like Freddy B is going to take that rotation back to the upper tunnels, grab the bomb, and bring it up middle with the rest of the team. 3 players there for Epsilon are poised to move on into the A site. Although, look at this little cone. What do you want to call that? Cone fire, crossfire set up here at the truck?
Definitely, yeah, definitely cone.
And one will be gone, and that's why they don't expect Freeze, but Freeze whips literally 20 bullets. Well, not literally 20, because he did eventually get the kill, but it wasn't pretty.
16-year-old girl.
I can't even believe that Freeze just missed that many shots. Like,
I'm unable to even.
Oh my god. Unable to even. Now it's up to Epsilon and 1 versus 3.
That was bad. There's some whiffing going on. I mean, 25-minute break, first map, maybe first map of the day. Maybe we should give him a break. That's what it is. Yeah, Rez is fine though. Those are really nice entries on stairs. Getting both those kills, it's like, you kill you get the trade. So it's, instead of it being 3v4 for SK, it's 4v3 for Epsilon with stairs control, with Epsilon having to move off a short beat into the site, and it does more than he even can realize with those 2 kills. So also their default was really nice because they had 2 pushing up long, and they went really slow at bathrooms, so they were able to figure out someone was at stairs. I think they could have been more careful about players actually peeking from stairs, and if they were more careful there, they probably wouldn't have lost anyone. SK would have been in a really bad spot, but taking long there was the weakness at A, and there's always a weakness at A in your overpass setup.
Just gotta find it as the terrorists.
Yeah.
Well, SK Gaming did win pretty dominantly, and they kept that P90 into this round as well. So they will have another rifle round for themselves. And here's Freeze getting some redemption, and he's got that op instead of the M4. So things are going a little bit better for him. And Epsilon has found Rez, who is somewhat unsuspecting, and that nade's gonna hurt, pushing him way back down to 27 HP now. And Freddy B, he can maybe be the difference maker. I mean, we saw Rubino for Dignitas playing this role yesterday to perfection. Actually, 2 matches in a row if you count the one against G2. And Freddie B kind of got nervous that he spotted that man, and then who was it? It was Madi who was able to peek out again, and then since he was going to be peeking Freddie B, I thought there's no way he gets the kill, but still comes away with it.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely Madi's kill. Freddie picked the right part of it. Like, if Madi went and re-peeked the right side of the pillar, maybe he catches Freddie off guard, but Freddie did a good job there. He moved, blocked off that side of the pillar from his vision, and then just held a nice wide angle on the other side. So, came in confidently, and I think dealt with Madi pretty effectively, though. Freddie coming out with an entry on both sites now, and Magis all the way in the back of the site alone. I don't know if he's been spotted, but if he has, and this position is compromised, he's probably in a ton of trouble here.
Nah,
No,
not
maybe
spotted at all. Doplin wasn't aware.
Oh!
One bit. Magic's boy going to come away with 2 now. Smokes and fire were all over the site. They tried to plant the bomb, and they actually do succeed in that, but they take heavy casualties completing the mission. And while it's not even quite complete yet, the bomb might be defused. They're going for a nice little boost here, hoping someone's going to run up on him. Gets the angle, shoots Sicilian in the butt. Dropping off, Mockin will find one more, and now it's Magic's boy who defended the site.
They didn't know he boosted.
Freddie B. No, they killed both of those guys. Or no, wait, it was only 2 of them, right? Wow.
No, yeah, there's only 2 of them, and they just didn't realize he was boosted.
Yeah, because Magic's
I think
went
they
over and
thought he
checked
got
log.
jumping off shot from the right side of bathrooms.
Only in Counter-Strike would you expect the jumping off shot to possibly have landed.
I mean, it's potentially that it didn't. I don't know. I think, yeah, I think that was just a little bit.
Actually, I think he had a wider angle, so he didn't even the person that got off, which I think was Madi, didn't even see the person that killed him because he got shot in like the defuse kit basically.
Yeah, it was pretty tight, so maybe he didn't see him. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt here. Oof, such a good angle from Rez, right by the stairs. You just see the side of their body. You don't care if you kill them, but you're always going to do like nice 70, 80 damage.
Yeah, it looks like he might have got him through the wall a couple times. Maybe like dinked him twice in the head through the wall. Trying to figure out how you got that 94 damage in there. Maybe just hit 3 body shots.
You can see like the sliver of the body, and then just I don't know. I guess if like the wall bang, how wall banging works, like if it's a thick enough wall, like it'll do like no damage an inch in, but like at the very corner of it, it'll do almost all damage.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah. Ooh, peas.
And what was that? That was from sandbags to either headshot or barrels.
No, it's almost backside, and you just peeked into this, just like walked in, and then I don't even. That was crazy. And it looks like they're not even gonna change the setup here. Pretty much retake on B on the situation, just expecting Madi to get a kill. Which is not a horrible spot, but
They should be able to
probably
get
the better
one.
site to go to.
It'll be a little more difficult if they peek from the canal, which is where they do go first. So now they've got to give it up. And look at Doplin. He's so aware. He was up on the sandbags peeking that angle without anyone even running out. And, ooh, I think pimps some friendly damage, but blows up Rez and takes the head off of Mockin. And another nade is going to go in.
Another one.
Like, yo, Terrace, I heard you like explosives. So I threw a grenade at you. 2 grenades, actually. And then right back onto the boost. Freddie B going to expect that, though. And now it's up to Magix. He's had some pretty close rounds already that he's been able to clutch out. That 1 versus 1 in the last. Moving forward, 6 bullets in this A4. Goes for the spam. We'll have to reload, which should have been heard. Still no one's going to push him. They're just holding him down there. Draken's got the angle with the op and won't miss the shot.
Super well played in that 2vx. That was like SK almost performed the retake immediately. They had Pimp with that boost, and they got a couple of kills. They naded Disco Doblin to his death on the site, and then they pretty much should have had a round, but then Freddy got that opening frag, and then they played that 2v2 really well. I mean, both of them ended up staying alive. Freddy managed to avoid that fight versus Magic Boys with 10 HP. It was pretty cool.
All right, and SK, they won't get so aggressive as to peek into Fountain. Look at Magic's boy.
That's an egg.
That was solo, wow. Thought maybe he like boosted or something, but no.
No. You're on the top of the stairs. You can see over your own smoke.
That's pretty sick. Also pretty frustrating if you're Rez. And Magic's, as he was retreating out there, mid wasn't really that covered. Freeze was kind of passively there inside of the bathrooms towards the long side, so he got cleaned up as there was a player in party, which I believe was either Doplin or Draken. Draken now working his way up long. Freeze playing in a 1-kill position. Has no support from the A site, so there's no flash to come over and help him. And I can't really... Oh, Draken's actually looking at the truck, so Freeze didn't know that, but had he peeked, would have been a very easy kill.
Yeah, he hears Draken setting up. I mean, he just assumes that more people are at long, but I think they have some idea that it's going to be some type of A split. What is the spot for Madi? What the heck?
I'm gonna have to go...
You get up there yourself? Oh, wow, he was all the way up there. Holy smokes.
Oh, he surfed up a wall, I'm guessing?
He was, like, on the very top of Cat. I've never seen someone go that high.
All right. Oh, Epsilon could still be dangerous. He's got a CZ. He's going to flash himself and push through the smoke. He gets too blind, and Makin didn't have a gun drawn yet. He could see, but he couldn't fight back, and the CZs, they strike. Freeze finds 2 kills, and the retake is a success here. It'll be 5-2 with 3 CTs taking 2 AKs and an AWP into the round 8.
Super well played in the 3v3 from SK. Really good team effort there. They all like converged on the site at the perfect time. They had that pop flash to set it up. As soon as the bomb was going down, they knew that one player isn't able to shoot, so that's when we go in together. We know they haven't got their proper after plant spots yet, and they're still covering the plant. So we toss this flash over from long, and then 3 of us, you know, come from short and 2 from sight, and it's perfect. So none of them die, and that was off the back of a force buy when Epsilon had done a lot of damage to their economy. And we can see they've been trading rounds, but now Epsilon are the ones who have to save.
Well, maybe it won't make a difference. Freddy's going to go in, and with the help of Draken, oh man, these nades, how good have the nades been? That's 2 rounds where we've seen 2 nade kills over at B. But even still, it falls into a 2-on-2. Freddy B's close up under the window already, might be unsuspected. Doplin's been opted out by Freeze. And Freddy B could make a play here. Does he have armor? No, he does not, so it'll have to be perfect. But as we saw yesterday, Launders, who needs armor?
2Ks without armor.
Not, it was at Berg, I believe?
Yeah. Oh, of course he has the angle. And yeah, can't expect too much in that situation. Getting 3 kills is huge. Not getting the bomb plant, not so great. But they also didn't even buy armor. So Epsilon here going to be buying up in full, knowing that SK are once again at in a very tough place economically. The thing is that SK have the 2 ops, right? So this is really makes their chances of winning this round. I'd say it increases their chances of winning this round by 10-15%. So the fact that they have them, if they get an opening kill, could be huge. But if Epsilon managed to win this, pick up ops, that's enormous as well. Grouping for B, and Epsilon going to find the first frag and stay alive.
Nice off shot behind the column. Still, I think he's got eyes on Draken, who was blind. He's posted up in the canal. Epsilon will miss that shot. Maybe actually tagged it through the wall. Rez, meanwhile, kills Epsilon. And another nade going to rain in and take out Draken. Pimp at the barrels, unknown. Peeks out, able to find 2 kills. Just like that. Not needing more than 20 bullets. And here's Makin at the sandbags. Gets there just in time to get smoked off. A little bit of an angle. Can manipulate the smoke somewhat. Oh, maybe not. Could be a spectator. Looked like he might have been able to see him cross, but hard to tell without X-ray, I am sure.
Potentially only be able to see like someone if they cross close.
Yeah.
Epsilon really shut that down, but yeah, this is just huge for them. I mean, they don't want to lose. Oh, freeze. Pimp has 1 HP. I mean, this is honestly winnable. The bomb is here and not spotted, so Makin knows they haven't found it, and he can pretty much do whatever he wants. I was just thinking that would be a really good play by SK to, if they spotted that bomb, to just leave it there. Knowing that Makin would have to come back to B, and he gets the kill on Madi. Again, Pimp 1 HP. I mean, Magus has full HP, but he's all the way to the other side right now.
Yeah, Pimp knows to just play the time, right? He's not peeking. Oh, but he will get baited out by the fake plant, but the timing, Makin goes back to the bomb thinking, all right, they would have peeked me already. Pulls it back out, gets peeked. Feels bad, man.
Feels bad, man. Pimp delayed that just long enough, but wow, that was super cool. Well, man, he could have, his teammate might have been in a one-on-one, and then who knows what happens from there. Bomb down, anything's possible. But I get that, you know, that peak made it really weird for I already forgot. Mockin, yeah. Mockin in that 1v1.
Madi, yeah, he was actually posted in the back of Canal watching sandbags, and then that smoke ran out. He thought he was covered there, and then he just, like, it was a bit awkward for him. As look at the Tech-9s, they're going to work. Freeze will get a fadeaway silence pistol kill, and then actually fails to hit the op shot. Rez, too quick, peeking in with that P250, taking Freeze out. So Epsilon have always been able to actually cause a pretty good amount of damage on their eco rounds, their force-up rounds. And that nade, had it not hit that wall, was certainly going to take Rez out.
SK are probably worried that it's 3v3. Little do they know that Epsilon don't have much health at all, either way. An op shot is going to kill them 1-for-1. They actually have 2 ops on this round, so maybe health isn't that big of a deal, actually. I mean, potentially they could get a Planet B. There's only 1 op watching it. All he has to do is miss 1 shot. I mean, if they both ran out, he technically wouldn't be able to stop Bomb from going down here. But you have to open the door. And Epsilon is going to key into that.
Let's see. Pimp's actually in the A site now with his op. Double op setup for SK Gaming. And, well, Pimp's got a kill. I'm trying to... Who actually
Freeze
took...
hit them both.
Who took Freeze's op? Was it... I think Pimp
Epsilon?
moved up and grabbed it, or did
Oh,
Epsilon
yeah,
grab
Pimp,
it on
Pimp,
the fallback?
Pimp. That's right.
It would make more sense that Pimp got it. But won't continue to, right? I mean, obviously, Pimp, known more recently as being an opper back when he was on Dignitas, but of course has changed to back to a rifler, which I believe is how he started out in Go. And he
It's
has been really good
'cause-
online.
Yeah. Onliner?
Well, Freeze might think so, but no, I mean, I was like thinking Pimp was just gonna rock the world and show up in a big way going into the major qualifier, but like all of SK kind of crapped the bed.
Pardon your French.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did, and I agree. Pimp has been playing really well online, but that was a bad tournament for them. Ooh, Rez getting a kill here. We get the optimal one by Mockin, and then Rez opens it up once again at stairs. Now the options are looking really good here for Epsilon. Pimp might have a good angle on someone on short, but oh no, actually doesn't hit the kill, and luckily for him is able to fall back. Breeze also finds a kill somehow. Where's that?
That was at long.
Okay.
I believe either someone was at long or someone was coming up short. He was kind of forward on the A site, so he could have hit either one. So that has slowed things down a little bit, and Pimp is lucky to be alive. He also dropped a nade that stopped the push in that probably could have meant his death over there at Sandbag. So Epsilon will regroup, restructure the attack, and go over to the A site. You've got Mockin in the rear with the gear. Why not? Everyone loves SCVs. Oh, and Freeze is going to drop, which is surprising. I don't know if he was like trying to reposition. Oh, what a shot onto Drac. And either way, he goes back up, does take a shot. Freddy B over the truck and trying to push him down the stairs. It's 3-on-3 right now. Bomb just going down, and it is being planted for the bathrooms. SK Gaming have no one retaking on the flank, but it may not matter. Look at Magix. He did so much damage to Rez, but is he going to know it? Rez, meanwhile, peeks off the other side of the box, brings down Pimp. Here's Freeze to get revenge, and it's 2 plays 1. Mockin with the op, but the bomb is planted for him. Smoke is going to go down, and this could be difficult to stop with an op. Will he hit the shot? Freeze goes up on top of the box. Mockin missing that shot. Oh, misses it again, and Freeze with the 4K saves the round. And how ridiculous was his, his second kill of the round, I believe, but the first one we saw.
That was some Fallen type stuff.
Yeah.
That second kill. Dude, that was sick from Freeze, how he played that 2v1. Like, him going to the other side of the box and jumping up. There's so much conviction in his movement. He knew exactly what he was going to do there. And for him to not peek just off the side of the site, that would get pre-fired, or it would be an angle that you would typically hold. Instead, throwing the smoke down and then wrapping around the back of the site and not getting off, that was smart. And they did it together too. So I thought that was a really, really nice play. One of the better 2v1s that I've seen in a while.
Well,
being very resourceful.
You smart.
Loyal.
Some nades will be used to grab control of middle here, clear out those bathrooms a little bit. Some smokes were still down, so you can see Epsilon has not moved up too far. They'll keep Mockin in the area, but Draken's already fallen down, and Freddy B there. This is certainly an angle. Yeah, he takes the shot that time, but just missing the head of Madi as he crosses over to barrels. Let's see if he'll try to stay on the supporting column, or yeah, he'll run away. I think it's smarter to just move your position, stay alive, maintain that 5v4. Now 5-on-3 advantage as Magix gets Mockin, who is trying to push up further into the bathrooms, and Epsilon, you know, surfing over there in the back of the canal. Does come away with 1 kill before going down. And the nades now starting to rain in. How many nade kills have we seen on this site as Freddy B does work his way around the smoke, finds 1 kill, but Pimp up on the railing. Does get flash, jumps down, still alive. Rez finally takes him down, but will ultimately fall to Magix. Comes up with a 2K on the round, and SK Gaming. We've seen a lot of close rounds, but look at the scoreboard. They are dominating. It is 10-2.
Yep. It does feel like a lot of these rounds are much closer than the scoreline might allude to, and I think that thinking about Epsilon right now, it's scary. It's scary to think that SK are so good in comparison to them when you see Epsilon like hitting these shots, getting so close to winning rounds. And yeah, SK are, you know, looking dominant, strong, hitting all, you know, still winning rounds, and have such a huge lead, like 10-2 on their CT side. I want to say Epsilon had quite a few buys too, and yet SK are still able to win round after round.
I mean, Epsilon's had a couple 1v1s, 2v2s off of even when they just did ecos or Tech 9 armor. They've been able to cause a considerable amount of damage. But SK, actually the whole team has been pretty good at holding it off, right? You got Magix with 15 kills, Freeze with 14, Pimp with 12, Madi with 10, and then Epsilon, I don't know if he's going down or just not seeing any action. He's only 4 and 6, but... And it looks like, I don't think that was tactical. They did use dot problem, but I'm sure they did take that time regardless to talk about what they might do on this round. We'll see another force up for Epsilon, keeping the money around the 2K mark so that their max bonus will allow them to get a full buy going into round 14. Freeze posted up with the op at barrels, does get blind and will miss his first shot as a result. It's up to Epsilon to try to keep him alive, but Rez has already killed Pimp. I'm not even sure where Pimp was. Freeze now goes unchecked at barrels. Maybe they didn't know he was there. He's only able to get 1 kill. And now the pistols are causing some damage, but can they get back onto the site? That is Epsilon. They got to get back to the bomb and try to plant it. They'll have to take the fights in the meantime. Draken, with the Tech 9, what are you going to do? The gun's like playing the lottery half the time.
That was really bad communication by them on B, because they knew 100% that Epsilon was at headshot, and it was Rez to take a shot at him, and he must not have called it. He switched to the player coming out of heaven, got the headshot, and because that information wasn't shared, Epsilon just kind of, I think we had Disco Doppelin at the pillar in the middle of the site, like milking at nothing. So yeah, that was a little bit bad by them. But Draken coming out with another kill, and first kills are definitely not the problem for Epsilon. They've gotten at least 4 or 5. I know Rez has gotten entries himself. He's gotten really good trades in general. Draken has won an op duel. Mockin has won an opening op duel on B. They just took down Freeze here, so that's a really big kill when you look at the name of the player, because he has had such a big impact with his op at A.
Yeah, and I think it was actually Freeze that took his op to Monster in the last round.
And what's really crippling about this, yeah, op to Monster, as Mockin. What's really crippling about the setup at Stairs is that, well, it's a little bit different now that they've approached them, but I thought as the bomb was aggressing along, they could have just avoided SK completely. Basically, SK set a trap, and they were, if no one came to them, they'd be, completely stuck where they are. But because Stairs is such a high traffic area, you can be confident setting 2 or 3 people there and expecting someone to come into you. Ooh, Draken posts up perfectly on CT. They get the bomb down, and now they have Rez to lurk as well. Who gets crouch peeked by Madi, and that means that it's another 2v2. SK have been so good in the 2v2s.
Yeah, now it's time for Epsilon to make up. He's not done incredibly well this game, but there's a big impact kill on this retake 2-on-2. He brings down Mockin. Now Draken is lurking around. This is going to all be heard. Oh, Madi peeks out maybe a bit too early. Could have been opt, but that shot will miss, and Madi just shoots him down. No problem there. SK Gaming will be winning 12-2. That's a 10-round advantage, but another round that did get pretty close.
That was so good. Monty could have came out of the stairs way earlier than that, like before he heard anything, but they just had a lot of patience, and Epsilon having patience in CT is what won them the round. I mean, Epsilon got a little bit antsy. They had good enough weapons. They had enough time to get to good spots. Instead, they tried to take fights and catch SK off guard, and they paid for it. Now they are looking at a maximum of 3 rounds in a situation where I think they've had a lot of good things to say about them in at least 6 or 7 rounds. And by that I mean, of course, they could have certainly won them.
Yeah, at halftime we'll probably go through all the rounds on the in-game scoreboard and just like see how many resulted with like 1 or 2 people living on either team. I imagine there's quite a few. As this round will start off a little bit slower. We had a Cillian drop a Molotov and then a smoke here into Monster, but no one was pushing that too aggressively. We've just got Freddy B lurking outside there. Man in stairs connector will be Rez. We've seen him there quite a few rounds, and the rest of Epsilon are working at gathering that long and mid control, which they have actually got successfully. They'll drop the bomb down and move forward a bit more. Freddy B will spot one, jumping over the plywood. Actually gets shot at. Go figure. And Magic's coming away with 2 kills. He says, "You want to creep up into my bathrooms? No. Executives only."
Oh man, I'm just watching this the standoff here between Draken and Freeze. Freeze throws a smoke and legs Draken at Long through his own smoke. Wow, that's how that ends. Didn't expect that. Thought at some point someone would cross into the other one's angle. Instead, Freeze finds the better of Draken, gets another kill on Rez as well. Is traded though ultimately by the man he was watching for so long.
Yeah,
and that leaves Freddy in 1v4. No.
Yeah, I think they saw them both on that peek out, right? So they knew Freddy B was there coming up. So 13-2 will be the score.
So many more kills, though, just in general from SK. No one breaking that 10 bomb, that 10 yet.
What, for Epsilon?
Yeah. Yeah, in the 15 rounds, even though a lot of the rounds have been close, like we definitely had, I'm gonna say 3 2v2s.
Oh yeah, I can.
3 2v2s, like four first kills for Epsilon. And of course, some of those 2v2s were on ecos where they got like really nice entries with Tech 9. So I wouldn't say that it's like hard to say, or I wouldn't say that it's fair to say they should have won those rounds, but.
Well, we can show everyone real quick. So you can see that round 4 they win it. So I guess we're not really counting that one, but it was somewhat close. Round 5, 1 CT lives. Round 6, only 2 terrorists live. Then you've got, we'll say 2 is a close round. Round 8, round 9, round 11.
SK won the eco
12,
after
13, and 14 all had 2 people alive. There were so many close ones for Epsilon, just unable to either hold on to that post plant or just get the kills. But a lot of times they were underfunded.
Yeah, SK's retakes were really good, and yeah, sometimes they were underfunded. Oh man, this is looking like a full plant. Look at those flashes, so good.
Oh, Madi will go down. He got it. Oh, and Freddy B over the top. You think SK'd be on the lookout for this, as they use this so many times, but not expecting it there on the pistol. And look at this, man. SK stormed onto the site, but Epsilon are storming right back onto it. Unless the Cillian can make the difference here, and the pit only comes away with the 1 kill. It's actually left with a 1 versus 5, so there was really no chance for him, and Doppler will defuse the bomb.
And Epsilon live another day, so they have a really nice pistol. Sometimes that can be a little bit, that can be, I guess, a little bit misleading to see someone win so decisively on a pistol round. But either way, SK have a huge lead. They're buying up armored Tech 9s. I think Epsilon will fully expect this. Another advantage of having such a great lead is that you can, basically have the other team assume that you're going to buy. I mean, they're right about it, but what that means is that, Epsilon are not going to be able to take part in getting a lot of guns that'll help out their economy. So that slowly works against them in a game where they've got basically a marathon of rounds to string together.
But you're saying Epsilon, you think they expect this force body to be coming out from SK even after the bomb
Yeah.
plant?
Yeah, for sure. They because of the round lead,
Just
they
'cause of the
have
rounds.
they have to expect it.
All
And
right.
Tech 9, because like Tech 9 armor is one thing, but Tech 9 armor nades actually almost as good as like AK no nades and armor.
Yeah, I'm
So,
surprised we didn't actually see, you know, we'll see two people go for the AKs, drop it to people with armor, and you'll have like one Tech 9 nades and then two AK armor nades and then
Yeah,
two
I mean,
unarmored.
I think that's the epitome of like a mix buy that teams should be doing. As you said, we've seen that happen, and just be way better. I think.
Especially on overpass where there are some big ranges to overcome. Like it would be nice to have a right. Oh, that's a flash right there from Rez. Trying to shoot some shots
smoke.
through the smoke. He's got the bullets to work with as he uses an A4. Unable to find anything yet. Draken will just push a smoke with the UMP. 1,200 bucks richer because of that decision. Pip's chasing him down with a Tech 9 and will eventually put a bullet in his head. But it's Epsilon with 4. SK Gaming just with 2 members right now. Pimp's been pushed off to long, and it's going to be hard for him, I think, to get back out from that position. Or not. He just charges out because they're killing Madi at that time, and behind his smoke, I think Pimp actually might be, they don't quite know about him here, so he's able to get one more kill. He's making it expensive. It was 4 rifles and an ump for Epsilon, and they will lose one of those rifles.
Yep, that does mean something. You know, SK just want to continue to do significant economic damage as the rounds move along, no matter what their buy is. And so Epsilon are always on the back foot, always nervous, always without as many nades as they like. And that's the perfect position that SK want to keep them in. Pretty much just posturing for the rifle round that they can get Epsilon to save is the key for SK right now.
Epsilon's got a flash. Let's see if that $200 will equate to anything useful for SK Gaming. Draken throwing out some of his. I like that. Tosses one a little forward, then throws another one backwards so he can peek it. Unfortunately, did not work out at all just because of the sheer amount of terrorists that were actually present in long. It was all of them.
No armor kills. Can't wait to see him.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, this nade could hurt. Oh! Well-placed nade from Rez.
Man, one flash would go such a long way in this situation. Sucks about. Oh, they're doing the triple boost.
Are they,
Oh, they tried.
did they fail? They're like, wait, we're not Navi.
We're not. Oh, wait,
We can't do these. We didn't practice it. We just saw it on a stream.
That was funny. Just watching them come to that realization as they fell off each other's heads.
I mean, it does seem kind of weird to even do that with the Glock, right? Like,
Yeah.
once you do that in a match, now that it is a known thing, they're gonna look for it. So why do it with the Glock? And then keep it fresh in their mind so that later on you can't do it with the Scout and Op or an AK, right? Like that would. So it's probably better off that they didn't do it.
Yeah, potentially they could just. Maybe they just were like, wait, this is a dumb idea, guys.
Yeah.
Let's wait for the rifle round, or let's put an op here. You know, they probably just came up with
Could
that
have been
boost 'cause
a
they're, like,
dry
trying to
run.
smoke.
They were like, "Yo, it's right here, right? This is how we do the boost. All right, don't commit to it because we don't want to show it, but we're gonna come
Yeah.
back later on and do this with an op."
It would take like 5 dinks from that range.
Yeah.
I don't know if height would be a factor, but op gets flashed off. This is huge to get the op flashed off. Though the double push long,
What?
very nice.
How does
very
Freeze?
nice.
Are they communicating or talking? I'm surprised he doesn't hear it. Like they just thunderfooted up long and even threw a flash, and Freeze is looking completely the wrong way. Maybe heard it and thought they were coming
Potentially,
to
there's
party.
a lot of comms. Early round,
Yeah.
there's so many comms.
That one you play with voice enable 0. Even though it doesn't make sense because they're surely making their comms in another
For
program.
you.
But so first rifle round falling apart, right? Freeze goes down for free. I mean, he might have died anyways, but he literally didn't even have a chance to fight back. He just died. Was looking the wrong way and everything. And then now Madi has fallen, so Epsilon have a 5-on-3 here on the CT side, so it'll be up to Epsilon to kind of be that entry fragger now. See what he can't do over a B. He'll slide on past up to the support column. And he's pushed his way forward quite a bit, but as soon as he's spotted, he's taken down. Pimp does get one trade and a second shot out to Freddie B, who is at graffiti.
Fire.
Some extra graffiti on the wall now, and it's the blood of Freddie B. Nice nade as well, trying to slow them down. Rez just jump spotting, now has been spotted. Pimp was hoping for one more hop. That would have been a pretty nutty shot. He'll post up in the window, get his first 1v1 here, but he's missed that opportunity. Oh, Magix is still alive. I just thought it was the Pimp show. Magix has now found 2 kills, and he's going up against Domplin into a 1 versus 1. Can Magix find his 3rd kill? Oh, no! It's so
no!
That was all Magic's round. And
oh, do you have time? Yeah, it does.
yeah,
Does he?
I don't know. It's just going to be pretty close. I won't pretend to know.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, no, he lost that. Wow, that was an insane. That was like 2v5. Pimp gets like 2 insane kills.
Magic gets 2 insane kills.
And then NA spray.
Wow, dude, just like that.
Brutal. Savage.
Wrecked. Hit him where it hurts. So, SK Gaming back to the Tech 9 with a decent amount of nades. Not as good as their, actually, the second round of the half. They had more nades than this to work with. See if they can't do anything. Not even going to use any utility, really, to try to get out of the middle. They're just kind of jump spotting some things, and will be making their way up into the bathrooms. And I think on the reverse side of the wall is Doppelin. Yeah, he's not in the bathrooms.
And SK are back on this armor up. It looks like they're doing an A fake this time.
Yeah.
With the same setup they did on their eco before. Oh.
And this is going to make it very effective. Dopplin's gone down. Freeze with the drive-by as he comes out along, brings down Draken, and the rotation's in full.
They're
Haven't spotted the bomb, but everybody's going up. And yeah, they're going to think it's Planet A just because of how effective this was. And not hearing the beeps yet, but might not be thinking any better about it. They've got a kill onto Freeze. They're like, well, still haven't figured it out yet. They're retaking A. No one's even here. It's not beeping. Epsilon.
They're so convinced. Oh my goodness.
Oh
wow.
My. You look up fake in the dictionary and you see this round.
Oh yeah, that's a brutal savage wrecked.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, you know, we're watching this and we're like, okay, there's, you know, they're gonna have to pay really hard attention to notice that it's not A, but it's like that's the wrong bomb site. That was fake went just so perfectly. They get both kills on the A site, hard rotate. I mean, how can you not call that rotate after those kills on the eco after you just saw that happen? And then 3 players converging on B, getting the bomb down immediately. I mean, they just got, they got wrecked. You can't really blame them for rotating in that situation and not realizing that the bomb was. You've all been there.
We've been there.
I mean, they should be held to a higher standard.
Yeah, I mean, it's completely fine that all 3 rotated, like over rotation, whatever. You're going up against Tech 9, so even if they did plant the bomb, like, you can retake back onto B, and B is the easier site to retake anyway. So if you're over rotating out of B, that's even less of a problem. But it did take him a little while to realize that there were no beeping sounds coming from the A bomb site.
Yeah, that's the funny part. Great.
So I'd critique him for that.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, that was a 0.3 second defuse.
Oh, in the previous round?
Yeah.
Yeah, it popped up. I love when, you know, the game actually occasionally puts up relevant stats instead of, like, super close to fuse, and it's like, Doppelin used 7 nades this round. It's like, I don't care.
Doppelin jumped 157 times.
Yeah. Doppelin hit a strafe jump of 270 units. That would actually be pretty cool. Just put a jump mod on the server anyways. Just to
that would be cool.
Someone run boost. It's like someone just jumped 400 units. Like, oh crap, where are they?
Who left?
Someone crashed. They said one crash.
Oh.
It was. Oh god. This is how bad my brain is.
When the player's missing, it's so hard. Oh,
I know why. Who's
it
missing?
Just seems like they're all there.
I'm gonna cheat. Ah, Magic's boy.
Of course.
Of course, it's Magic's
oh
boy. 23-9. How could we have forgotten? You know why we forgot? Because he was so forgettable after he didn't win that 1v1 over at the B site.
That's rough.
You hit 2 amazing shots and you flub the third one, and no one's gonna remember the other 2.
True.
So 1 round on the board to remind ourselves, since we did have a bit of a pause. It was 4 in a row moving into the CT half of Epsilon, but the sick fake with the Tech 9 and nades.
Fell on the ground.
I hate that. It's the most frustrating thing to see in this game. Pimp hitting 1 entry. Mockin, though, just spraying him down. Freeze is there for the trade. It's not a good trade, though, but it does still equate to maybe a 3-on-3. There's a lot of awkward. You talking about at sandbags with that smoke?
No, it landed on like on the path, but it fell in between the site and the path.
Oh, but you're saying like he was running through it but could see over it type of thing?
No, I just he threw the site smoke and then it landed it fell in between the site and the path.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if you threw it on purpose because it almost looked like a one-way. And a good rotate here into the A site from SK. Get the after plant going on, plan it for them. I love the A site in this way, how you can you have so many options. Like you have like 2 different after plants, and Madi with 3 kills, holding them off. They're like, let me just bait myself. You guys hold, and we'll see how many kills I get, and make this after plant real easy for you. And SK seal up that round after taking a rush B into a push through CT and A.
Now match point and plenty of them. Should be what, 9 match points? I don't know. Could have just really embarrassed myself. Simple math is difficult for me. We've got Deagles on Freddy B and a Disco Doplin, 2 UMPs, and the Mockin with an M4 A1L, A1S, A1Ls. I don't know.
A1L.
Slept too long. Yesterday I didn't sleep enough. Today I slept too long. Just can't get it right, you know? I'm like the Goldilocks of sleeping. Is she the one that eats porridge? Was that right?
Yeah.
Was my reference game on point?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I had to think about it. I actually got my oh shoot, freeze. Huge kill.
That evens it back up. Door has been opened, and Madi is so ready for this. It's like, please peek this. But Rez is going down. He wants to look up the stairs, and now Madi is gonna run out. Oh, getting dinked up. No helmet. And wow, what a firefight. And here comes Draken, grabs 1, shoots a hole in the door. 2-on-2 now. As whoa, freeze! That had to have been a flick shot. It looked like he quickly checked bathrooms, had to flick back to the stairs, but he gets the kill onto Mockin. And now it is Draken. It could be Moken and Draken. I don't know. I'd like to ask them, but whatever. They probably ignore me. 1-on-2 though. Here from the CT perspective, he'll go back into B, make sure no one's lurking around here, and he's gonna realize at this point with the time low, it's got to be the A site. Now he hears the smoke go, but he's got to walk this whole way because they are able to hear him.
One of the most difficult places to retake from, and knowing that is not going to try to make any noise. I mean, his best bet here is to try to get a first kill for free. He's going to do that. That's 1, and now he's in a 1-on-1 with Freeze, who has been on fire this round. Has the op in a precarious angle. I mean, if he gets wide peek, this might be really hard for him, but instead, Draken is not going to assume he's out long and finds the kill, gets a 3K, puts him up to 21 kills. Had massive impact this game. SK win another 2vx situation, and looks so dominant throughout both halves. Their team play is
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the only thing that really, like, Epsilon had a couple rounds on B where he was a defender where he actually didn't get any kills, and that's maybe why some of the rounds went pretty close. Like, he was the only one that didn't quite perform, but everyone else knocked it out of the park, right? You got Freeze at 99 ADR, Magic's Boy at 97, the other guys in the high 80s, so it was pretty good overall. Magic's Boy went 23-11, Freeze 21-13, and it was a pretty, like, no one was carrying super hard on Epsilon, right? It was a team effort. Everyone was getting kills occasionally. And actually, they did have a decent amount of first kills on their rounds, a total of 5, 6, 7, 9 first kills. So that's not bad. But that also does show, right? You got 9 first kills in only 6 rounds. There were a couple times where they got a man advantage, but were unable to convert it into a W.
Tells an important part of the story.
So with that, that was actually the pick. Another important tidbit of information is that that was the pick of Epsilon. So you could maybe have expected them to do a little bit better on Overpass. The next map coming up, it will be Cobble. You're watching CEVO GFINITY Season 9 Pro League action from Europe. Map 2 of SK Gaming versus Epsilon coming up. Stay tuned after. Stay tuned. God, I'm failing all over the place today. Stay tuned. Yeah. We'll be back. That's the part I forgot after a quick commercial break.